Hi, and welcome to Ukulele 2, the online course. This lesson we're going to go over the introduction of two new chords, E minor and C minor, and I'm going to show you a couple of ways to make them. So go ahead and get your ukulele ready, and we're going to start off with the E minor chord. And these chords are also located on your chord chart as well. So there's two ways to make it. You got the regular E minor, and then you got an easier version. Now, I strongly recommend doing the regular E minor chord, just because when you want to start doing some reggae or types of music that involve a little fancier strums, it just helps to have those four fingers to position to help deaden the strings a little better, so you can apply your strumming style. However, if you want to go with the easier route, there's an easier E minor, but keep in mind that you're going to have to compensate or adapt to the music as you learn it. So there's two ways of doing it. So first of all, the E minor chord, using the first finger, and you're on the second fret, starting on the second fret for both chords for E minor. You're on the second fret, first finger, next string, second string is second finger, and on the third string here is the fourth finger, number four, fourth finger, and finally on the top is the ring finger. So I'm going to show you the fingering for that E minor chord. And you want to do a chord cock exercise. First, get the first finger on down here, second finger, second string, fourth finger on the third string, and third finger right above it. Okay, so if you can see that. Okay, so you want to do a chord cock exercise on the E minor chord. You're pressing down, relaxing, you're pressing down, you're relaxing. Don't take your fingers off the chord. Press down, relax. Press down, relax. Envision the chord in your mind. See in your mind how it feels, how it's positioned on the fretboard, maybe where your thumb is located. Okay? Some people have their thumb up here. Now, as you get comfortable, you're pressing down, you're relaxing, you're lifting a little bit off, press down, lift a little bit off. If you notice my E minor chord, as it comes off the fretboard, it's still in that shape, that formation. So when you put it back down, it just falls right on the E minor chord. So go ahead and pause the video, do your chord cock exercise for this regular E minor chord, and then you can come on back. Okay. The next chord we're going to do is the easy version of the E minor chord, and it's basically almost the same. You're just using three fingers, three strings. The easy version is first finger, second fret. Keep in mind, E minor chord, you're on the second fret. Second fret, first finger, second string, next finger, and then the third finger's on the third fret. Third string. Okay, so as such, you got them all lined up there. 1, 2, 3. Starting on the second fret. That's the second fret. Once again, first string 1, second fret. First string 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, and you want to do a chord cock exercise for that as well if you're doing the easy E minor chord. Once again, I want to recommend that you try to do this E minor chord as opposed to this one, the easy one. However, you have two choices. Okay, go ahead and do that for a few minutes, and then pause the video. When you're comfortable, come on back and we'll move on to the C minor chord. Okay, moving on to the C minor chord. You're on the third fret. You're going to be using a bar to cover the third fret. Using a bar to cover the third fret over here. And you're going to use a third finger on the fifth fret. Okay? So it looks as such. Here we go. Third fret, bar, and then this ring finger comes right down right at the top, and that's in C minor chord. Some people like to put this second finger above the bar like this. Okay, if you do that, keep in mind you might have to stretch a little bit for your third finger. Okay, my thumb placement on the back. So my thumb looks on the back. Okay, so you want to do chord exercise with the C minor chord. You're pressing, you're relaxing. Don't take your fingers off the strings yet. Pressing, relaxing. Envision the chord in your mind, how it feels, how it looks on the fretboard. Pressing, relaxing, freezing your fingers in that formation so that when you lift off, okay, it comes right back down. When you lift off, it comes right back down. Okay? So once again, then what you do is you want to close your eyes, press down and lift off. Press down and lift off and come back down. Okay? The whole goal is to be able to see the chord in your mind, see and feel it, how the fingers feel on the fretboard, how you feel on the strings. You want to see that in your mind. So basically you're playing it, the chord, by memory, both chords. Okay? C minor chord. So you want to do chord exercise. And once again, two ways to make it the E minor chord and your C minor chord. Some folks may make their C minor chord like this with just a bar. Just a bar. Now keep in mind, this is not a C minor chord, but it's a kind of like a close cousin. Okay? This is actually a C minor 7th chord. Keep in mind it's not exactly the same, but it's close. You can get away with it, but this is really the C minor chord. So if you can, try to play C minor chord if you can. And make sure you do the chord exercise a few times before moving on to the next lesson. And then once you're comfortable, we'll see you at the next lesson.